3 weeks ago, Iceland's latest eruption ended, but the danger is only growing beneath our feet. This isn't the end of a volcanic eruption. It's the dawn of a new volcanic era. The incredible events of 2025 aren't a grand finale. They're the explosive opening scene in a new geological chapter for Iceland that could last for a century. For hundreds of years, this corner of Iceland was quiet. Now the ground has cracked open, unleashing rivers of fire that have held the town of Grindavik hostage and captivated the entire world. But the glowing lava and towering fountains of rock? They're just the surface level symptoms of a much bigger story unfolding deep underground. To really understand why this is just the beginning, we need to look down, deep beneath Iceland, where two of the most powerful forces on our planet are putting on a terrifying show. 2025 will be remembered as the year of fire for the Reykjanes Peninsula. A relentless chain of eruptions has torn through the landscape, turning a crisis into a volatile new normal. This was the 9th eruption in the Sundakur crater row, and the 12th on the peninsula since 2021. The town of Grindavik has become a symbol of this fragile existence, evacuated repeatedly as its residents live under constant threat. The July 2025 eruption, which lasted 20 days, was a dramatic pulse in the ongoing saga. A fissure nearly a kilometer long opened up, with lava eventually bearing over 3 square kilometers of land. A brutal reminder of the immense power we're dealing with. Massive protective barriers were built to defend the town and the famous Blue Lagoon. But even these incredible feats of engineering have been tested and overwhelmed by the sheer volume of magma. Each eruption releases a little bit of pressure, but it just keeps building back up. This isn't just one volcano erupting. It's an entire volcanic system roaring to life. So, why here? And why now? To answer that, we have to zoom out. Imagine the Atlantic Ocean as a giant zipper running down the entire length of the seafloor. This is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and it's where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are being pulled apart. As the plates separate by a few centimeters each year, hot magma from the mantle rises to fill the gap. For almost its entire 16,000 kilometer length, this process happens deep beneath the waves, totally hidden from us. But there's one place on Earth where this monumental geological drama is happening on dry land: Iceland. The island only exists because of this ridge. It's literally being split in two, a nation with one foot in North America and the other in Eurasia. This constant tearing creates a permanent zone of weakness, a direct pipeline for magma to reach the surface. That alone would make Iceland volcanic. But Iceland has a secret ingredient that turns it from a volcanic country into a hyperactive one. If the Mid-Atlantic Ridge is the crack in the Earth's crust, then there's another force that acts like a giant blowtorch aimed right at it from below. Geologists call it the Iceland Hotspot, a massive plume of abnormally hot rock rising from deep within the Earth's mantle. This plume provides a vast, almost endless reservoir of molten material. It's this 1-2 punch that makes Iceland so unique. The separating plates create the plumbing system to the surface. The hotspot provides a ridiculous supply of magma to push through it. One force pulls the land apart while the other shoves magma up. It's this combination that's fueling the fury of the 2025 eruptions. The magma chamber beneath the region is being relentlessly refilled by that deep mantle plume, forcing its way out with incredible power. So how do scientists predict the next eruption? It's not guesswork. It's a high-stakes geological forecast. They're looking for a trifecta of warning signs. First, the ground shakes with thousands of tiny earthquakes as magma forces its way upwards. Second, the land itself begins to swell, inflating like a balloon as molten rock pools just beneath the surface start to form, a change they can measure from space. Finally, the Earth starts to exhale, leaking volcanic gases like sulfur dioxide. When seismometers, GPS, and gas detectors all sound the alarm, an eruption isn't just likely, it's imminent. This incredible science is what allows for the life-saving evacuations in places like Grindavik. The most important thing to understand from the events of 2025 is that they're not an exception. They are a return to the norm. Geological history shows that the Reykjanes Peninsula operates in cycles. For as long as 800 years, the region could go completely silent. But then it wakes up. These active periods, known as Reykjanes fires, are marked by decades, or even centuries of repeated fissure eruptions. The last major episode of these fires ended around the year 1240. Now, after nearly 800 years of peace, the recent activity marks the definitive start of a new eruptive era. This is what scientists mean when they say this is just the beginning. We are not watching the end of a single event. We are in the early years of a new volcanic cycle that could last for generations. Current monitoring shows magma is once again accumulating beneath Svartsengi, reinflating the ground after the last eruption. This confirms a large connected magma system is now active deep beneath the peninsula. Based on the recent rhythm of activity, scientists predict the next event could occur in the fall of 2025. While some data suggests the magma inflow is slowing, the system is still very much alive, and this new cycle will continue to test the incredible resilience of Icelanders. The fires of 2025 are physical proof of a planetary engine hard at work. We are seeing the raw power of the mid-Atlantic ridge tearing a country in two, supercharged by a deep mantle hotspot that just keeps feeding the flames. What we're witnessing isn't just destruction, it's creation. The same force that now threatens homes is the very force that built this land of fire and ice from the bottom of the ocean. What do you think will erupt next on the Reykjanes Peninsula? Drop your predictions in the comments and subscribe for real-time updates as Iceland's new volcanic age unfolds.